All right. So very exciting day. How was your day? Did you have power packed day? IBMers?
Great. Great.
Great.
They are feeling hungry.
They are. Excellent, excellent. So look, for people who don't know me, I think Pratik has already introduced myself, but I thought I'll take a minute to introduce myself. Who am I? What am I doing? And why am I doing what am I doing? Right. So my name is Dave Gadhvi. I'm born and brought up in Gujarat. Was born in a very average middle class family, maybe a little below average middle class. My dad was a truck driver, and my mom was housekeeper. I've seen a lot in life where I know the importance of money, right? And that is probably why I value money a lot. And whenever I talk to somebody who is from average, middle class family, I can connect really well. The belief system really connects well. So been in sales for almost like 15 years, and sales happened to me by chance, but I'm so glad it happened to me. It's an amazing profession that anybody can get into, be it from the job point of view, or you want to be an entrepreneur. Sales is an amazing place. I realized in the last 15 years. I've also been training a lot of people across the globe. I'm certified under Grant Cardone. For people who don't know who Grant Cardone is, he's a self-made millionaire in the US. He's an author. He's got 4 different businesses, more than 600 million worth of business he's got. So I've been trained in a lot of things, but enough of me. I'm going to share my story of how I failed and how I succeeded in what I'm doing today. I'm going to share that with you. So I'm pretty excited. Thank you so much for having me on the show, Pratik, and everybody. And hope I'll bring some valuable insight to this session. So I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and let me know if you guys are good to go. Are you able to see my screen now?
Yes.
All
How many
right.
of,
Excellent.
Dave, sorry
Yeah.
for the intro. How many of you are interested in sales? Sales as a profession. I mean, making a career in sales. Wherever you go, as an entrepreneur, you have to sell yourself, right? So everyone is selling. Though he will cover extensively why sales, but just a rough idea. How many of you are interested in learn the techniques, how to present and all those?
Yeah. Pratik is doing my part. I was about to ask all those questions before we get started. So thanks, Pratik. Let me just share my screen, and you probably have to answer those questions one more time. Okay, here are the 2 things which I would expect from you guys. Participation, okay? Ask me questions. Feel free to stop me if you want. Here are the questions that I have, right? So first thing first, who wants to make more money? Just raise your hand.
Yeah.
All right, everybody wants to make more money. I do too, man. All right, second question, who wants a job or business which pays for the lifestyle that you really, really deserve? Not just the lifestyle which is given to you, but you deserve. Raise your hand. And I want 100% participation. Raise your full hand, which is 100%. Right? This is 10%, this is 50, this is 100%. Everybody? All right. All right, so here's what we're going to do, okay? These are some of the questions that you should be asking yourself, right? Am I want to become a millionaire? Am I want to become a billionaire? What kind of lifestyle do I want to have? So here's the thing. What I want you guys to do is just make notes briefly, okay? Do not write extended notes, but just make bullet points so that you can refer to it later. I'm going to share this video on my YouTube channel as well, so you can refer it later anytime. All right, here's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to imagine what your life would be 10 years from now. Okay, so use your imagination a little bit. Okay, help me a little bit. So just think, you're sitting in your beautiful, beautiful mansion, a big mansion, where you have, I don't know how many, 8 or 10 rooms. You have, your own beds. It's in the middle of a beautiful, beautiful location, very peaceful, very quiet. You have a best family life. You have a best health, the best car that you can drive. I don't know which one you dream of, Porsche or Mercedes or whatever. But imagine that you're driving in that car, you're going for luxurious holidays. And the best of all, you have freedom. You have freedom to choose what you want to do, when you want to do, who you want to spend time with, who you want to do business with. Who would like to have that kind of life? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. All right, excellent, excellent. All right, so let's just talk about how you can make that thing happen. Everything that you just imagined, it is possible. And it's possible if you learn the art of selling. And that's what I've learned in a hard way. So the big question is, who needs to learn the art of selling? Everybody. Everybody needs to learn the art of selling. You know, the boyfriend or girlfriend, husband, wife, friends, parents, everybody needs to learn. Why? Let me share one incident with you. Once my wife told me, my dear, why don't we go for a romantic movie? Inside, I am not a romantic movie type of guy. I'm more of the guy who watches action movies. But hey, you know, if you're in a relationship, you need to go with the flow and listen to your better half, right? But as a salesperson, I have two choices: either agree to what she is saying and just go watch happily romantic movie, or try and sell an idea of watch an action movie. I need to convince her to go watch an action movie, but I cannot be rude. I cannot say, hey, no, I don't want to watch romantic movies. Probably I'll get divorced. So what do I need to do? I need to actually agree with that person. Hey, great, that's a fantastic idea. Let's watch a romantic movies. First agree, because people only like you when you agree with them. Right? Imagine the friend network of friends that you have. You like them, you hang around with them because most of them they support you and they agree with you. Okay? People are offending you or against you, you always leave them. Right? So first agree with that person. I said, hey, why don't we do one thing? Before we go for a movie and finalize a plan, why don't we grab some dinner or lunch somewhere? Right? So what are you doing? You're buying time. And then he said, my dear, there's an amazing action movie I've seen. It has got some amazing review. Why don't we do this and we do romantic movie a little later or tomorrow? Right? So what am I doing now? I'm selling an idea of convincing my wife to go for an action movie. Now, why am I sharing this incident with you? I'm sharing this incident because sales is not just a job. It's not just a profession. It's actually the lifestyle, the way we live, right? Sales is part of our life. Now, who are the best sellers? The best sellers are the kids. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Right. Okay. While I'm sharing the screen, are you able to see me as well? No. Okay. Let me just stall a little bit. All right. Now you can see me, right? Right. So I'll just toggle between screen because I want to make it a little interactive as well. So who are the best? Who are the best sellers? I bet each and everyone sitting in the room is the best seller. Maybe you don't realize it right now, but knowingly or unknowingly, there are people who have an art, who have the gift of convincing others, pursuing others, and getting things done. Now, you may have that skill imbibe in you, which you can polish and take it to a next level and use it to make money out of it. You have that skill from the childhood. Imagine when you were a small kid, you wanted something. What did you do? Mommy, I want a chocolate. What did you do? You did not get it. You cried. You cried until you got that chocolate. You were a closer. You were a salesperson. So you see, everybody is born with the sales abilities. It doesn't have to be a profession or a business. You all have the sales skill within you. That's the first part, right? I want you guys to know everybody is a salesperson here. Now, here's the fact. Everything in life.
Dave, be a bit louder. Dave,
yeah.
Please be a bit loud.
Okay. All right. All right. So here's what you need to do. Am I audible enough now?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right. Great. So here's what you need to do, right? Sales is not just a profession. Everything. So Grant Cardone, he says that everything you do in life is a sale. And everything that you get out of it is your commission. Now, how beautiful is that? Imagine you want to have a better health, right? Everything that you're doing is you're trying to sell an idea to yourself to go to a gym every single day, eat right, stay fit, and what you get out of that is your commission. The good health that you get out of selling yourself and going to gym is your commission, right? I hope I'm making sense.
Yes.
All right, excellent. So let's just talk about why sales skills are so vital. Number one, sales is something which runs the economy. Imagine if there was a world where there were no salespeople, right? They were the factories, they were production houses, they were producing a lot of materials, but there were very few people who would buy it. There was no sales and marketing. What would happen? The supply would be really, really high. The demand, the consumption would be very, very low because there is no community called sales or marketing community which is bringing the goods from the manufacturer to the end users. What will happen in the result of that? The prices would fall down drastically. So people who are trying to produce the materials, producing their goods, they will be in losses. If they're in losses, they will shut down their business. So what will happen? The economy will collapse. So sales is really, really vital. It's very, very important. And I'm going to share these slides with you later. That's number one. Sales is vital for the economy. What does it mean to you? It means if you're in sales, if you're in business, there are few things that would actually become work for you. Number one, money, right? Sales has a lot of money. How many of you all agree sales has a lot of money? Raise your hand. All right. Sales has a lot of money, believe it or not. Imagine somebody who is in HR or supporting an operation, compared to them, sales gets paid really, really well. Okay, so if you're looking at sales as a career, it's a really, really good option. Sales also gives you an opportunity to travel. Now, if you're in field sales, you would get to travel, you will get to meet new people. Personally, I've been to, I don't know how many countries. I've been to US, I've been to Australia, I've been to Singapore, I've been to Switzerland, Belgium, Germany, France. I've traveled many countries. I'm not boasting again. And again, everything paid to companies. How many of you would like to have an amazing travel where you don't have to pay the money? Raise your hand. Everybody? I need to see everybody raising their hand if you can hear me okay. You want to travel for free?
Yes.
All right, you want to travel, right? So you get good money, you get to travel. You're the one who would people listen to you in the organization because you're the one who's driving revenue for the company. Imagine a company which is going in losses. You are the blood for those companies, right? You bring more revenue. So it's really, really vital for a company to have a good sales team. So you get money, you get to travel, you meet new people, you're the most valuable person. That's how sales is important. Now let's talk about the rich people. Rich people did not get rich by sitting into their garages. Imagine somebody, all these people that you see on your screen right now, Oprah Winfrey, Virgin Airlines, Steve Jobs, they were the best sales people. They got best not just because of the products that they developed, but the way they marketed their products. They are really, really good at sales. How many of you all have actually seen Steve Jobs launching a new cell phone? Just raise your hand. Yeah, everybody, right? Now, can you imagine the growth of the company because of just that one presentation? The story of Apple, it just changed the whole game, right? Up now, once the Steve Jobs was out of the company was losing almost 4 billion every few months. After he was brought back into the company, Steve Jobs, because of his sales and marketing skills and his passion and belief in the company, he took that company to another level. Now we all know where Apple is, right? So sales is really vital, not only just for job, for the businessman. Every time you need to sell. How many of you all know this Wonder Woman, Superwoman, right? I'm sure you might have seen this. Why is it important to know people like this? Now, sales is not just job. Sales is not just business. Sales is you. He is the person. What is she selling? She is selling her thoughts. She is selling her creativity. She is selling her content on the website. Now, just look at some of these statistics. She has 2 billion plus views. She is among the top 100 YouTuber in 2017. 12 million plus subscriber. She's got multiple awards. She's making a lot of money through YouTube, and she's even launched a lipstick, and she's released a book. You should definitely check her out. You should follow the people like Lily Singh, who are amazing at what they're doing. Now, here's my story. Okay, sales has power to change your life if you want it to. Right? How many of you all believe in this? Absolutely. It changed my life. And I'll tell you, I'll give you a little brief. And I know we have limitation of time. I will not be able to cover everything, but I'll give you a snippet of what happened to me. When I started my career, being from a middle class family, from the family which knew the value of money, I used to work really hard. And for almost like 10 years, I worked hard and I used to think that I'm doing really good. But until I stumbled upon some of the life-changing books, life-changing events, I realized how less I'm putting effort in my business, how less I'm putting effort in my job. So from a person, initially I really struggled a lot. I'm born in a Gujarati family, and my English was, mashallah, when I was starting my career. So you guys are so lucky that you're having, proper education, have a good, surrounding where you get English, and, normal skills are better. But for me, when I was in, initial career, when I started my career with Reliance and Wipro, I started with BPO initially. So I used to take in Reliance, I used to take inbound calls in Gujarati. So I don't know how many of you all know Gujarati, but my opening line in my call center was, "Who Dev Tamari kevi ritna sahayata kari sakun chu." That was so funny and so hilarious. So from not being able to talk in English to going to Wipro, being an extended on-job training for not just 1 week. The usual training was for 3 weeks, but it got extended for almost 10 weeks, right? 3 weeks of normal and 7 to 8 weeks of additional on-job training. My trainer used to laugh at my English. So those were the days where I saw, and after 1.5 years of those Wipro days, I was the one coaching people on how to talk to the foreigners, to the Americans for the credit card process. So that was my small achievement. And I've done the complete video. I'm not going to go in detail. I'm going to share the link with you guys later on YouTube. You can follow my journey, what I've gone through. It will definitely inspire you. So from there, I got into sales, from not knowing English to teaching people on how to talk, from not being good at sales and being worried and, scared of getting on cold call to becoming the master on cold call and teaching people how to get in good in sales, from not knowing where to go to having a mission of inspiring 10 million people and empowering 10 million people, from being a single contributor to managing a team of 40 plus people today, from somebody who started the salary at about 3,000 rupees per month to making in lakhs, making half a crore annually. I've seen it all. But there was one thing which was missing. I did not realize the potential of selling, how important and how vital it is to learn the sales skills. That is something which I really, really regret, that why I did not learn, practice, and rehearse sales skills, right? So the biggest takeaway from you, for this session would be, start focusing on your skills like the doctor would do, like the lawyer would do on their skills. Sales is a profession, and I'm going to share a few slides with you which will actually tell you what is it that we need to do. Here are the sales secrets. Okay, so if you want, this is the holy grail. This is not all, but these are some of the secrets which has really worked for me. Number one is value versus price. Now, why would you want to go to a gym? Why do you want to work out? Only when you know the value of being healthy, you're ready to put the price, which is you're ready to spend your time in the gym, you're ready to eat right, you're ready to sacrifice the sweets and ice creams and chocolates. You're paying the price because you know the value which you're going to get is much higher than what you're going to pay, right? So remember, the transaction or the sale happens when the value exceeds price. How many of y'all reading books? How many of y'all like reading books?
How many of you have hobby of reading books?
Y'all read books? Great. When I say books, not your college or MBA books, okay? When I'm saying the self-help books, not even novels, okay? Novels doesn't count, okay? How many of y'all are reading self-help books? That is the most important question, okay? Why would you buy the self-help book? Why would you pay 500 or 1,000 rupees to buy a book? Because you know the value which is coming out of that book is worth, if not crores, it's worth lakhs. What are you trying to do from that book? You're trying to learn the secrets, the skills, which has been written by people who have actually lived that life. They put together the summary of their life, what has worked for them in that book. Their 30, 40 years of experience worth of knowledge is there in that book. So when you're investing in that book, which is worth 500 or 1,000 rupees, the outcome, the value that you're getting, it is probably more than 100 times. And that's when the sale happens. You decide to pick up the book only when you know the value which you're going to get out of the book is far beyond than what you're investing. Same thing with when you're shopping, right? How many of you like shopping? All the girls like shopping? Everybody likes shopping, right? Why did you buy? Why did I buy this blazer? Why did I buy this t-shirt? By the way, this is my logo. Why did I print this logo? Why did I buy this? And I'm ready to pay money for this, thousands of rupees. Why? Because I know the value of this is far beyond than me holding on to my money. That is when the sale happens. So whenever you're trying to do something in sales or trying to set up your own business, remember the value has to exceed the price far, far beyond the customer's expectation, and the sale will be a smooth flow, right? That's the biggest takeaway. Do you have any questions so far?
Guys, questions on sales? No questions? Actually, the students are very
smart kids. Bunch of smart kids.
Thank you.
Great. So,
Yes. A student is having a question.
sure, please.
Sorry, sir. These guys are crazy.
Good. It's good.
I am Abhishek Tiwari. How are you, sir?
I am good. I'm good.
Yeah, that's it. Sir, I want to ask something from you, as you are in sales department. Sir, if as I want to be an entrepreneur, sir, I have my business idea, and I produce some products. Then, sir, as we are seeing in an Indian environment, what should my sales study? What my sales study should be for Indian environment, as we are seeing everyone is using digital marketing. So, what strategy I should make?
So, I don't know much about your business model. What product are you going to focus on?
So, okay, sir. Sir, let's talk about it. Sir, as I am choosing a plastic product, I am producing as you know about India very well. That there is a in village people use products which is coming from a lot very old days, and I want to give them something new. So, as if my product is plastic product, and I want to sell it in our India, so
Yeah.
that our people's condition increase. So, what sense study I should have to make for today's environment in India?
Well, I think it's a great question. I think it's a very good question for everyone. I think most of you might be thinking either to work for somebody or start your own business, right? Number one
Yes.
aspect, if you're looking to expand your business, or if you want to start your business, number one thing is try and focus on the problem rather than just trying the product which is just adding some benefits, because everybody is selling bottles, right? Plastic bottles. How is your bottle
Yes, sir.
different? So don't start with the product. Start with the problem. What is the problem that people are facing? And
Yeah.
then you develop solution around it. Now that problem can be solved by either a bottle, or it could be a bucket, or it could be
Yes, sir.
anything else which is made of plastic. So don't focus on your product. Focus on people and their problems that they're facing, and then think creatively what is it that you can do as an individual to
Yeah.
solve those problems. That's number one. Number two,
Yeah.
once you identify the problems, once you have identified the solution that you can bring to the table, then you need
Yeah.
to 10x your effort in multiple
Yeah.
ways. You need to
Yes.
focus on serving people and not just
Yeah.
selling to them, right? So that's my next point, which will be elaborate. I'll elaborate a little bit in detail when we go in the slides. But you need to serve
Yeah.
them and solve the problem. And the best marketing,
Yeah.
as Gary Vaynerchuk, he's a multi-million dollar person in the US who I follow. Gary Vaynerchuk
Yeah.
says that the best marketing that you can do is care. If you care enough for people,
Yeah.
they will genuinely understand the value that you bring to them, and the word of mouth will spread automatically, right?
Yeah.
So the best marketing is care. So care for them. Don't love your product. Don't love your company. Love your
Yeah.
customers. If you start doing that, there's
Yeah.
nothing in the world can stop you from becoming an ultimate entrepreneur and solve millions of problems. Okay, so that is my 2 cents on identifying the problem, serving them
Yeah.
by care, right? That's my 2 cents on it. And again, we can connect offline to help you answer more questions, because I know you will have more counter questions on that. So I'll be more than happy to connect with you all offline. I have a WhatsApp group. I'm also accessible on YouTube and Facebook. You can connect with me. But let's quickly move on to a few slides before the time runs out. I think this point I've already covered. Don't sell but serve
Yeah.
is already covered. Number three,
Yes, sir.
84% is how you say it, and 60% is what you say. So when you are into live conversations or to a customer, it's highly important how you say it than what you say. That's number three. Number four, again, it's a basic, but a lot of people, 90% of people don't understand this. Sales is a profession. When I say profession, you got to look professional. You got to think professionally. You got to act professionally, and then multiply that with social media power. And for people who want to know how to leverage social media for your own personal branding and social media, again, I'm doing a lot of free videos on YouTube. You can connect with me. And
Yeah.
here's the code: be the best, get the best. You think how much time do we have?
We are running out of time right now.
Okay, so I'll just wrap it up in like next 5-10 minutes is fine.
5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay, give me 5 minutes. I'll just wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right. All right, so what are the do's and don'ts? Number one, master the cold calls. When I say cold calls, it's not just about the sales. Anything that you want to get in life is with the strangers, right? If you want to be a business person, you got to talk to strangers. You got to serve the strangers. Now, here's the funny thing, right? From childhood, our mom and our dad always taught us, don't talk to strangers. Do not talk to
Yes, sir.
strangers. They are evil. But guess what? A lot of people, when you grow up, you still have that thought process and you still hesitate to pick up the phone and talk to the stranger. How many of the students would actually decide to pick up the phone and call the CEO of the company and tell them, hey, I am the best in sales. I am the best in marketing. Let's talk. Okay. How many of you people will reach out to the VPs of the organization for the job and not just rely on HR? Very few, right? We all are scared. We all are hesitant to talk to the stranger. Now, when I started my YouTube channel, it was not long back, few months back. I had that fear and I had that hesitation as well when I had to reach out to somebody cold. And when I say cold call, it's not just a call. It could be a cold email. Some reaching out to stranger to get things done. So I reached out to a lot of millionaires and billionaires, right? So I reached out to Evan Carmichael. He's got 72 lakhs, I think. Yeah, 7.2 lakh subscriber on YouTube. I reached out to Dan Locke. He is 8-figure earner. He's probably worth 10 billion plus. Of course, that is a cold call. I don't know him. He doesn't know me. If I have to ask him to do an interview with me, why would he do it with me? But still, he's doing an interview with me on YouTube and he's sharing his knowledge on money, how to generate passive income. That is power of cold call. Once you master the skill of cold call, the knowledge, the wisdom, everything that you see, the business, the money, everything that you see is on the other side of your own comfort zone. It's with the people, the strangers, that you need to get work done. So that is the biggest learning. If you have to have biggest takeaway from this session is talk to the strangers. Just reach up, reach out of your comfort zone, and that's where you will have knowledge, skill, wisdom, everything. So that's number one. I think I don't have to, stress more on how many books that you should be reading. You should be listening to audio programs. I'm the one very lazy person, don't like to read a lot of books, but I listen to audio programs. Any guesses? Any guesses? How many books an average millionaire or a CEO reads in a year? Any guesses?
Not
Take
in
a
a day.
guess.
In a day, they can finish a book at least.
Yeah, but on an average, a millionaire, it's it's that's a sarcastic clap, I know. All right, but that's okay. That's okay. You should not hesitate. You should not worry about the haters. Okay, you should not worry about haters. So, an average millionaire or a billionaire reads about 60 books in a year. What does that mean? That means 4 or 5 books in a month. You don't have that much money like a millionaire or billionaire. But what do you have? You have time. You can put an effort and learn more than the millionaire is doing. So read, what is stopping you from reading 5 books or 10 books in a month? That's again a self-help book. Personally, I listened to about 7 books last month. And this month, I'm going to read about 8 books, audio books, because the knowledge, everything that you seek is in the self-help book, apart from your education that you have. Education also is important. College, the MBA degree is important, but it will add fuel to fire if you add self-help books. Now, just last 2 minutes that I want to share two things. There are a lot of things which I wanted to cover, but again, a lack of time. Social media presence for people who are not using the YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook for their personal branding, for their professional branding. Trust me, you're missing out a lot. Use social media is a blessing. Don't just use that for your funny videos or your personal life. It's good to share your personal life, but build your brand as well, because there will be time where the social media will decide what kind of job or what kind of business you will get. Your resume will be thing of past. People, today if I have to hire someone, I can look at your LinkedIn profile and I can see your Facebook profile. I can tell you whether you are going to be a right fit or not before you even send me your resume. So I can judge and gauge what kind of person you are, whether you'll be a fit or not. That is one of the most important aspect of uh, being in sales. Now, here's the last thing. What I want to do is I want you guys to do me a favor. Just pull out your cell phone or just make a note of it. Just write down Dave Gadhvi, Dev Gadhvi, Gadhvi 10x.
Sir, what is after Dave Gadhvi?
Dave Gadhvi 10x, 10x.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, why you need to write that? Because that is where you can, this is something which you can use to find me on all the platform. Look, here's what Zig Ziglar said. The motivation or knowledge today is not good enough, right?
Yes, sir.
It will not last. The same way the bathing doesn't last, So you need to learn, practice, stay motivated every single day. To do that, here's what you can do. Just follow me, your daily path. These are your daily paths, right? Follow me on YouTube, Facebook, and the most important, I build a community of the highly motivated and inspirational, people. Again, it's an international community. I've got about 600 people on my WhatsApp groups. So if you want to stay motivated, if you want to stay inspired every single day, you want to learn skills every day, just reach out to Pratik, share your WhatsApp number with him, and I'm gonna add you to those groups so that you get the regular feed of the inspiration, regular feed of skills. Because it's not one session. This session is not gonna last. It's not really gonna change your life. But if you stay consistent and stay in the community, it would definitely change a lot of things. I'm gonna share the slides with you guys. You can just ping me, and I'm gonna share these slides with you guys. And if you need any help, I'm always there.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So, that's all from my side. Any questions, anything that you may have, I'm happy to answer.
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm having a question. You told.
Wait, guys, ask.
Yeah, sorry, you have some question?
Dave, actually we are running short of time, so I will get this student connected with you, right?
Okay.
She can interact with you and you can answer the questions, right?
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. Pleasure.
Thank you, Dave, for